kind of a non-entity. I studied in elementary school and government high school. I scored less marks in my college. I don't want to say all those things, but today grown, if at all taller, I must thank. I'm the international president of Problems Club. I welcome problem. In fact, I have a sign, problems are welcome in my house. I'm going to say how the problems which I happened to encounter made me what I am and also helped me to help others. As there starts my presentation. So normally people, my name is MB Nirmal. I am responsible for cleaning the roads, keeping the roads clean, but they don't, when they see clean road, they don't remember me. When they see garbage, they call me. So MB Nirmal, I always funnily say M stands for muck. If you have muck, you get broomstick. And if you get brooms, you get Nirmal cleanliness. So the first major problem in life was hygiene, lack of hygiene, absence of hygiene. 1971, when my grandfather and father lost all their wealth, were forced to move to a slum house. There's a condition there, and we had about 8 houses in T Nagar. And my mother wanted me to go to find a own house. The bank gave me 45,000. I could find a house in the midst of the slums. People who saw me were shell-shocked and said, Nirmal, can't you go to a better place? Like Buddha, I had a spark. I said, I can't go to a better place. I can certainly make this place better like this, still better like this. This is what the story of Exnora. This is the right hand side of the road. It was like this in 1971. It became like this. Due to thanks to Residence Welfare Exnora, we have 1,45,000 branches of Residence Welfare Exnora. The road has become, star hotels have come, Giriappa Road has become Green Appa Road. And there's a toilet in front of my house. I took it. You can see children were easing on the road. And the toilet, I made it like this with the help of the people. It became like this. Today it's like this. But still I had a problem. Children would not accept this toilet. They're still eating on the road. I asked the children, they were doing like this. I said, why did you go to a toilet? There are doors and walls. They said, we're afraid to go inside. So it made me to create a toilet minus walls. I made a dais like this. Children happily went. But about 10 or 12 children will not accept this too. Then I thought something wrong with me. I changed the spelling of the word toilet. Believe it or not, the remaining children also accepted this new idea. I changed the spelling of toilet, T-O-I-L-E-T, as toilet. So I had rocking horse, rocking swan, and the children all went there. And women, for the slum, this cleanliness all obtained by integrating people with a scheme. They all joined me. I didn't displace them. And they're carrying sewage like this. I created a sewage, what the government would spend lakhs of rupees, 50,000 rupees. They gave their sweat and toil. And I got the money sponsored for the pipe. The best capital India is blessed called human capital or social capital, which I have been using, which Gandhiji used for our freedom struggle. So hygiene, my gene, is one of our main activity of Exnora. And we created a toilet in Trichy. This toilet is very unique. They have pay and use in public toilet. This use and receive. If you go 30 days, we give you 10 rupees. You can say where you find the fund. I mean, what you contribute inside, we give you back as money. The liquid waste is treated and sent for horticulture. The gas waste goes to canteen. People eat and come back to toilet. I don't need to say that. And the remaining solid waste becomes organic menu. Then the problem was litter. Garbage was there everywhere. So I went to a manufacturer of fish cart. I asked him, why did you convert a fish cart into trash cart? He agreed. And the result was this cart. The garbage went out of the town. I went to a street called Go Down Street. I said it must be Go Down Street. And they were motivated. They said it's God own street. If you look at it, the word is same. Go down or God own. And all your attitude. The youth power. You can see a road like this. What we did was motivate them. They said Kaveri Street. I understood why it's Kaveri Street. When it was a rainy day, they got this youth like you. They had done this road. And so what we did, this James Rickshaw gave a letter. The idea of converting the fish cart into trash. He became a multi-millionaire. I don't need to say that. But I had shock of my life. I thought the garbage went out of sight, out of mind. But later I came to know this garbage is dumped in water bodies, marshland. Then I understood we are not doing a great service to Mother Earth. Solid waste burned and became gaseous waste. You see this here. So I coined a word called zero garbage about 20 years back. Source segregation, we started. We started a 3-tier waste management. This slogan got me an international award. Waste is not waste until it's wasted. And waste is a misplaced resource and unrecognized waste, not waste. It's not waste management, it's wealth management, resource management. There are so many things. Don't transfer waste, transform waste. These are the slogans. And people say it's very difficult to do. We have no time. I said, make it a habit. So look at the word habit, remove H, A bit is there. But A bit, remove A bit is there. But bit, remove B, it is there. So I told people, you have 87 seconds in a day. Allow 20 seconds to do source segregation. People are accepted. We filed a case in Supreme Court 1996. If municipalities don't even clear garbage, why they exist? Won the case, became MSW rules 2000, and we are part of the garbage waste history of India, at least I must say that. And we have created, compartmentalized the whole waste management. It's like modern Naragasura. We made source solid waste management, decentralized solid, and centralized. If you ask me which is correct, you have to do everything. All the three you have to do. This is the best way you do your mother earth. So source solid waste management, what you do in a home, all Exnora, suppose you become a member of Exnora, you don't need to pay anything. What you need to do is to start this in a home. We don't use the word organic, inorganic, man-made, natural, and all. We say compostable and recyclable. The word itself says what you should do. More important is facilitation. You can say it's source segregation, but you must make it happen. So we are created like this. And in fact, if you come to my house, I have 4 teapots, stool. If you open the lid, you can see 4 bins inside. You can see that. This is all the source composting, what we did. We have created a lot of things. We use mostly, I would say, waste materials to do this. And then came source segregation. We changed the cart to suit the source segregation. Then decentralized solid waste management. That is in your colony, a flat complex, street level, you can do. So we have umpteen, I would say, places where it's being carried on. Then we started centralized solid waste management. If you go to Pammal, the entire Pammal municipal waste is converted as biogas, centralized solid waste management. So as I was doing, we came to climate change and the possible food shortage. So you know what's called atmosphere warming, soil warming, sea warming, they're all part of global warming. And I quickly say atmosphere warming, what will happen? The farmland will go beneath water due to melting of polar caps. And then you have atmosphere warming, you can see the land becoming saline. And soil warming, in Anna Institute students are doing PhD. The soil, the same land, same seed will get less food due to soil warming. Sea warming, fish will become, this is all in another 8-9 years. By 2020, we'll have a very serious problem, climate change, and climate change will cause food shortage. That's the main message you want to. So we have the answer, which I'm going to share you quickly. Wind warming, all the 3 becomes wind. Atmosphere warming is different from wind warming. Wind, you know, it's like you're taking some nourishment. It becomes more volatile, virulent, violent. That's why Panduti lost fruit-bearing trees and crops. So wind warming, these all get damaged. All these things will cause loss of food production. And next is called urbanization. We lose very fast farmlands. They are all becoming buildings, what you see here, and everywhere. And population, and India is going to be sooner or later #1 country in terms of population. It's a good news, really. And peak oil, the oil production touched the highest 7-8 years. There will be peak fertilizer because still we derive on petroleum chemicals, and which will become very costly. So the problem will be totally food shortage will be there. So I am going to say, though I am the founder of Exnora, what I have done in my small way, how I am going to solve this message, I am very sure taken by all of you. You must become a farmer in your own home. So first thing I did was my home. If you go to my house, the Giriappa Road, which I showed you, the gate itself is a garden. The whole house is wrapped by plant. I wish you make a visit. There's a terrace you can see. When our central ministers are crying for the cost, for price of tomato and onion went up, I didn't cry. You know, if you keep a drum like this, you'll carry it, can take your family's waste of for really 2 years. And it gets compost, you can grow plants. This is what grown onion, stand, steel rack farming, and one pole can take so many. I got again for award for the sky farming, I call it. Sky farming and vertical farming. Don't worry about 2020. If all of you join, we can certainly solve food shortage. That's what I want to convey this message. Keep pots, drinking water pots like this, keep one over another. Put holes on the, what you call, shoulders, the vegetable basket. You can see bitter gourd. You have a radish, papaya, plant are all grown on my terrace. Grape I have grown snake gourd, beans. You can see rib gourd, brinjal. Even the scarecrow I didn't spare. Next picture definitely will laugh at me. Even the switch, you know, the plants have grown. I have a green pharmacy on the terrace. I have 3 feet trees which grow, which give you fruits. This I call home farming, terrace farming. Even car garage as plant. In pet bottle, I grow paddy. I want to say I do a lot of experiments. The cauliflower and paddy and all those things. So answer 2 is then I moved to a flat because this house I have to give for charitable purpose. I went to a flat, they said it's concrete jungle. You know, I'm very surprised to know the friends of your college came. Inside my flat, I have 1,350 real plants. No imported, artificial, synthetic, chemical plants. All real plants. They said concrete. I said I made a green jungle, a fire, a common place. There's a place where the war starts between other flats. But, you know, I converted like a 5-star hotel. You can see the plants. I kept a shoe there because you are expected to leave your footwear outside. I put a plant inside. A lady said, I'm very afraid to leave the shoes. I said, it won't be lost. Don't know, where's the guarantee you'll not put your plant inside before I come back? So you can see swing for plants, and then shoes. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it really. But don't worry, you can come. I got plant and papaya inside my house. The window, I have flowers, beautiful flowers. When I wake up, I see only these flowers. And then this, what you call Tetra Pak and thermocol. One lady said, where did you buy so nice pieces? I said, go to Kupatoti, garbage, dustbin, you'll get it aplenty. You can see this is my balcony. One balcony I grow vegetables, another balcony I grow flowers. The vertical farming, you can see anytime. I had a very big almara where I had all imported stuff. I made it to bamboo. You know, bamboo has so many natural compartments. To convert waste into wealth, don't convert wealth into waste. So inside I put coir pith where the plants grow happily. So beautiful. You know, TV is something very artificial, where you have something to, you know, compensate nature there. This I call Akshaya Patra, believe it or not. As the time is limited, I'm not able to explain. This Akshaya Patra will solve all our food problem. As you would understood, answer 3, what we did is called street farming. The street, kindly remember, when you go to your street, remove the first and last letter of street, the tree will remain. If there's no tree in your street, you don't live in a street, kindly remember. So you have to grow trees. This was the street like this I started developing. Today, street farming I'm doing. You can see street farming. Okay, the 4th is city farming. I do city farming. The city farming, what I do is here, what you call, in number of open spaces. In ICF event, they will throw all the canteen leaves. They said, what we can do? I said, grow plantain trees. We are going to see city farming. This happened in Arigan Majestic Towers, where we have open space reserved for other purposes. There we have a city farming, a sky farming. What you see there, you can see a drum. You can keep any number of drums. Only thing you see that they stand well, and they erected properly. You put your kitchen waste and put holes, introduce plants, and this pet bottle. Can you believe that bottle god has grown in a pet bottle? Both are bottles. One is a plastic bottle, another is a bottle god. It grows pet bottle garden. It's like a pyramid. You can see these plants. I call it transformer. I named everything this by sky farming. What I'm showing is small representation because the time is running out. I'm quickly showing you what we have done in this called transformer. It's called vegetable basket. The tires. So tires, you know, they burn tires during festival. So what we do, we kept tire, we grow. And I want to also say, before I conclude, only one place I have not grown plants. I don't know if you're able to guess it, my head, which I reserved as last. And everywhere the plants have been grown. You can see how plants happily flourish in my city farming. So the vegetables and all, everything is a solution. Only thing we don't look at solution, the problem. So I started my journey. What I said that hygiene, lack of hygiene. But now I'm fighting global warming. We created 88, 888, 99, 999, 10. You have been watching it. We're cutting into the carbon footprint. We have created oxygen footprint. And most important, lastly, collective farming. I think with that, I want to take leave of you. This is the best solution occurred to me. I went to Mysore. The people said, we don't get income. The father dies. There are 4 sons. And the land, is fragmented. Then I said in Tamil, Mana varapugal edunga, nila varapugal mariyum. Remove the bunds in your mind, the land bunds will disappear. We made them like America, 100 acres on land. We're able to introduce heavy machines. Technology, again, the topic is given. We use heavy tractor which is able to plow 6 feet. You won't believe, one person will get on the road that our farm is as good as a Reliance industry. I'm very happy to say agriculture has been made an industry now thanks to the collective efforts of this collective farming. They're all called Kisan. We told the farmers of India unite because farmers, what problem is water? If you go to Israel or United States, you know that water is not the real problem. We excessively feed plant. So water is the bone of contention between various states. I have theory where 1/4 of water you can grow. We need fight between Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Tamil Nadu. There's no need at all to fight. So collective farming. The message I want to give you, only one message. Whatever be your name, you add today when you go back Kisan. Kisan. According to me, 1 out of 10 persons should become environmentalists to save the planet, and everybody should become Kisan. You can say how I can become Kisan. Today you plant one drumstick tree, you are a Kisan. Kisan means, the great saint said, the only God is the farmer. So farmers are losing interest. Farmers are lost interest because farming is a big challenge. They don't get yield. So what we do in collective farming, we have created e-farming. E-farming means we match and marry where this production, where there's one of the things you must be calling Mr. Venkatakrishnan. Through him we are doing it. And we do so many things. Either onion price shoots up or tomato or it drops down. So we have a food processing and storage facility. And many things we do. And with all these things, the farming is going to be really successful. And the best idea, suggestion, I want to say that you are welcome to contact, visit all the farms. All this is not me doing. Whatever I did, I invite people, the people who visit, probably they do better than me. We have hundreds of models. The best way we can change the world is, as an American said, stop preaching, start doing. The world will be blessed by one scoundrel, at least you. So the point is that let us stop preaching, let us start doing. As the time is running out here, it's going to come down. And I must say that also the time of the planet we're running out of the planet time. Definitely is going to be challenging. And now, remember, only two things, two words, like, whichever God name you say, two words you should always bear in mind henceforth. One is called disaster preparedness. Disaster preparedness. Second is called adaptation. What is adaptation? Things won't change, but you change yourself to tolerate the external changes. That's all. Adaptation. We need to, suppose you book a ticket at the train, you don't get it. You go by general compartment, or you sleep at the platform. I think I can go on and on. I must give up my time, commitment. I want to say big thanks to the student of Anna University. They come very often as chief guest for many functions. Today I come in a different context. All of us will spread this fragrance from here, Anna University. Let the fragrance of all the great speakers go throughout the length and breadth of the planet. And the planet, he was fully. Thank you, and God bless you. Best wishes. Thank you.